beautiful morning to you out there, esteemed listeners. You are welcome to Carnival Radio Breakfast Show. I am Ibrahim Adebayo with the newspaper review. These are the headlines. Hardship, will we undo planned protest as family matter? FG. Workers that won't benefit from minimum wage, tripartite committee. Price of tomato, beans, others rise above 300% in 1 year. MBS. Only good economy can stop Japa syndrome in Nigeria. OT. Oshi Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Lateef Adebimpe dead. Now the news in detail. Hardship, will we undo planned protest as family matter? In the wake of the growing hardship in the country and calls for a nationwide protest against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, the federal government yesterday pleaded with Nigerians for more time, promising to undo the protest as family matter. It also pledged to resolve all issues in a manner that will ensure peace and stability of the nation. The government position came on a day Southeast governors advised aggrieved Nigerians to go ahead with a nationwide protest, saying the country was too tense for such protest. This is even as the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, asked both the federal and state government to listen to the cry of the people and warn against the use of brute force to suppress the protest. Similarly, the majority caucus in the House of Representatives called on federal government to dialogue with planned protesters to address their concern, while human rights activist Femi Falana warned the government against threatening organizers of the planned protest. Speaking at a meeting of the members of the Federal Executive Council, FEC, at the instance of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SDF, George Akume, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said in a brief interview, "We came together to discuss. You can see that this is not happening at the council chambers. It is happening in the office of the SDF, and many other ministers are here. We have discussed the issue of national interest, and all of us are working for Nigeria, and we hope and believe Nigeria is going to be great again." On the alleged instance by some top Nigerians, including a senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, that the protest must go on, he said the senior lawyer is entitled to his opinion in a democratic setting. Some of the ministers who attended the meeting include Nyesom Wike, Yusuf Tugo, Foreign Minister, Disalo, Special Duty, Tahir Mamba, Education, Abubakar Bagudu, Budget and Planning. Other are Wale Edun, Finance, Mohammed Idris, Information, Bello Matawale, Defense, Dave Umahi, Works, and National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, among others. Reacting to the situation, Southeast governors advise aggrieved Nigerian against going ahead with the protest scheduled to commence on August 1 and continue for 10 days. Speaking to the State House correspondent at the presidential villa, Abuja, chairman of Southeast Governors Forum and the governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, said it is too early to start agitating against the Tinubu administration over the economic downturn that is, according to him, also affecting other parts of the world. Uzodinma, who was at the State House to present the newest defector to All Progressive Congress from People Democratic Party, Chief Ayun Pius Ayun, to the President Tinubu, contended that no tenable reason were being provided by organizers of the protest. Recall that Senator Ayim is the former Senate President of the Senate and also Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SDF, to the President Goodluck Jonathan administration. Uzodinma noted that given the fragile state of the nation at the moment, the protest could be hijacked by unscrupulous person to cause mayhem and was experienced during the NSAS protest. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. Hardship will undo planned protest as family matter. FG. Workers that won't benefit from minimum wage, tripartite committee. As workers anxiously look forward to the commencement of the 70,000 naira new minimum wage any moment from now, unfortunately, not every worker will be paid the new minimum wage. Investigation revealed that the tripartite committee on the new minimum wage, before it ended its work on June 5, 2024, recommended the categories of workers who are not eligible to receive the minimum wage. The investigation revealed that the 10-man subcommittee of the tripartite committee, comprising the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Eyechocha Nkiruka, Governor Mohammed Bago of Niger State, labor leaders, private sectors, operators, 4 from National Salary Incomes and Wages Commission, among others, in a report recommended employer with a minimum of 10 employees as against the 25 employees contained in the now repealed 2018 Minimum Wage Act, among others categories of workers exempted from the national minimum wage. According to investigation, the committee, after careful considerations, consultations and survey, including reports of the public hearing, as well as to provide a solution to the issues and concerns raised, noted that to avoid unreasonable and unfair exclusions of many poor workers from the right to a decent wages or earning, this subcommittee tried to take a different approach to determine who should be exempted. It equally recommended the introductions of flexibility to exemption by making it possible for organizations to be able to apply for exemption to encourage startup and entrepreneurship. Years of starting business could be factor. In the opinion of the committee, to qualify for the exemption from the mandatory payment of the minimum wage, a business must fall under the nano business managed by 1 to 3 persons with a capital below 50,000 naira. Macro business enterprise has 10 or a smaller numbers of employees. Startup businesses, legal and statutory exemption and commission contracts. Other includes establishments that have less than 50 million naira revenue per quarters or 200 million revenue per annum. Organization with less than 10 staff. Establishment of not more than 3 years in existence. Industry which have their staff remuneration and compensation regulated by other acts of the National Assembly, and other businesses which the Minister of Labour and Employment or the Executive Chairman of the National Salary, Incomes and Minimum Commission find to be reasonably justified to be waived or exempted. Before arriving at the recommendation, the committee took note of the exemption of workers on 69 employments such as agriculture, farmland, exemption of any person working in a vessel or aircraft to which laws regulating merchant shipping or civil operation applies. The committee also noted the formal sector wages pattern, government, corporation, organization, and other organized private sector businesses. The wages pattern in this category is mainly every month. Workers and their employers in this category are usually focus of the national minimum wage. It points out that the formal sector wage pattern, in which the workers do not have any year stake, wages in this sector are multi-dimensional. Compensation and remuneration in this category range from commission to price to piece rate. Some are paid daily after close of business, which might be dependent on daily sales. Some are employed on an apprenticeship to work and learn while helping to build or grow the business, with the agreement to get settlement by taking a share of business, becoming partner, or receiving settlement after agreed year. The subcommittee considered the rationale, justification, and objective for excluding organization from mandatory compliance with the national minimum wage law based on the numbers of employees. The subcommittee considered many organizations with supposedly slim workforce and multi-billionaire naira in the annual revenue, and yet do not, on their home volition, find it fair to commensurately compensate their junior staff with any amount above the minimum wage standard. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. Workers that would benefit from minimum wage, tripartite committee. Price of tomato, beans, others rise above 300% in 1 year's MBS. The price of tomatoes, beans, garri rose above 200% in June 2024 from the previous prices in the corresponding period of 2023. In its selected fruit price watch in June 2024 release yesterday, the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) indicated the price of tomatoes 1 kg increased year on year by 320% to 2,302 naira in June 2024 from 545 naira in June of the last year 2023. Similarly, the price of 1 kg beans brown stood at 2,292 naira, indicating a rise of 252% from 651 naira recorded in June 2023. The reports also indicated that the price of 1 kg Irish potato grew by 288% to 2,423 naira in June 2024 from 623 naira in June 2023. MBS stated that selected fruit price watch for June 2024 showed that the average price of 1 kg Brains brand stood at 2,292. This indicates a rise of 252% in the year from 651 recorded in June 2023. There was also a notable price increase of Irish potato by 288% on a year-on-year base from 623 in June 2023. The Bureau noted that the highest average price of 1 kg of brown beans was recorded in Kogi State at 3,006 naira, while the lowest was in Adamawa State at 1,333. The highest average price of 1 kg of tomato was recorded in Abuja at 3,992 naira, while the lowest was in Kebbi at 1,200. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. Prices of tomatoes, beans, others rise above 300% in 1 year MBS. Only good economy can stop Japa syndrome in Nigeria. Abia State's Governor Alex Oti has advised the leaders in the country to develop programs and policies that will throw up opportunities comparable to the one that attract Nigerians to the foreign lands. He said that was the only way to control mass exodus of Nigerians to foreign land for jobs. Oti, who said this at his country home in Umuhim, Mfosi, Iziala, Ungwa South local government when he received the executive of the Charter Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, CIBN, said Japa syndrome had become a reality which could not even be legislated against because, according to him, it was a case of supply and demand. Earlier in an address to the governor, the public relations officer of CIBN, Mr. Kelechi Adiele, said that they came to identify with one of their own and discuss various ways of deepening the relationship between CIBN, the Bankers Committee, and the state. He acknowledged the achievement of the governor so far in the office and thanked him for creating enabling economic and security environment for banking sector in the state, which made the bankers in Abia to resume Monday's operation without fear. But the executive of CIBN also raised concern about continued exodus of Nigerians to foreign land in search of better jobs, saying that the situation was affecting the banking sector and the Nigerian economy at large. For more details on the news, you can visit the Daily Post newspaper. Only good economics can stop Japa syndrome in Nigeria. Oti. Osi Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Lateef Adebimpe, dead. The Osi Olubadan of Ibadan land, Lateef Gbadamosi Adebimpe, is dead. It was reported that Oba Adebimpe died yesterday. He was one of the high chiefs in Ibadan who were promoted to the status of Oba. The deceased, according to source, was last seen in the public on Friday, July 12, during coronation of the 43rd Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Wolabi Akinloye Olakuleyin. A source said he has been hospitalized since July 13. It was reported that the deceased father, Oba Gbadamosi Akanbi Adebimpe, was the 35th Olubadan of Ibadan land. Oba Adebimpe, who reigned for 18 months, was crowned on December 10, 1976, and joined his ancestors at the age of 85 on July 17, 1977. Before we bring the newspaper review to a close, these are the headlines again. Hardship, we will undo planned protests as family matter. FJ, workers that won't benefit from national minimum wage tripartite committee. Prices of tomato, beans, others rise above 300% in 1 year. MBS, only good economics can stop Japa syndrome. Oti. Olúbàdàn of Ibadan land, Oba Lateef Adebimpe, dead. And that ends the newspaper review on Carnival Radio. Thank you so much for listening. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. You can download the Carnival Media app from the Google Play Store and iOS App Store. Do enjoy the rest of your morning.